Hey y'all, welcome back to Made It to Medicine with Vix. That's me. I'm a second year medical student at UICOM Chicago, and I come to you weekly with videos about my pre-med life, turned med school life, everything else in between. Before I jump into what today's video is going to be about, I need you to stop what you're doing and like the video. Like the video. Y'all watching my content, but you're not liking it, and I really just need you to like it to let me know that you're actually engaged. Come on, work with me. I'm an active learner, so I need you to actively participate. Hit that like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't done so already, and turn the notification on so don't miss a beat. This week's video is all about organization. Ironically, I have a test coming up in 2 weeks, and I'm typically a very organized person, and I feel like I am just all over the place. I've been telling y'all that med school is all about chaos, chaotic. It's the life that I live. It's like done with the days of 8 hours of sleep every night, because I've been getting like 6 hours. I'm going to sleep after midnight. I used to go to sleep at 10:30. In block 1 of last year, if you watched that day in the life of a first year medical school video, I was going to sleep at 8 p.m., waking up at 4 a.m. Yeah, I don't know who she is. I don't know who she was, because she is not me today. But in today's video, I am going to talk about ways to get organized, ways to stay organized, and just some things that you should do to help you get there. So let's start off with how I get organized to start my day. Run a clip, DJ. So after making up my bed and clearing the laundry off of the couch in my room, that has probably been sitting there for a few days. Some of them it's been for a few weeks, but I'm trying to get better at that, because I do have a quality improvement project at school where each day I'm supposed to clean my kitchen every single day to make my weekend cleaning a little bit better. And I think I need to push myself a little further and make up my bed every day, and make sure when I'm washing clothes that I'm folding them as I'm going instead of making it a huge ordeal, because we all know that when the tasks pile up, we get overwhelmed. But maybe I speak for myself. I get overwhelmed. My anxiety kicks in, and I'm just like, I don't want to do any of this. So what I do to get organized with school, I look at my Google Calendar. We have a school calendar that puts all of our classes on one thing, in one place. And the only thing I don't like about it is that all the classes are the same color. So if it's a mandatory class and it's a non-mandatory class, it's all the same. So you do have to pay particular attention to see whether you are mandated to be on campus or to log into that Zoom or not. So for classes, I typically, as y'all know, I study at home for everything, because I do my study with me hours to hold myself and others accountable. Brief plug, if you have not been tuning in, please tune in and like that video too. Comment, talk to me back in the chat, okay? Because we here to help each other do good, do great in all of our endeavors. But I do have this calendar, and I will place on it like, when am I going to study? So I'm showing you the calendar for next week, and I typically get the calendar ready by weeks on Sunday. So this is what my bare bones calendar looks like before actually manipulating it. In green, you will see that those are the days and times that I tutor high school students. You know, I like to give back a little bit, but it's also kind of fun, gives me something to do outside of academics for me, and kind of takes me back to the good times of high school, which were some of the best times of my life. And then in the morning, I have a goal to work out at least 4 times a week. So sometimes on Monday mornings, I don't work out, because Sundays I probably stayed up too late, or I just don't feel like getting out the bed on Monday. You know, Monday blues. I don't have time for it. So, you know, I have that buffer day, but on weekends, I do not work out. So if I skip Mondays, that means Tuesday through Friday, I have to work out. And if I could get all 5 days, that is great. But that's going in gray across my screen. Everything in yellow is the school mandated calendar. And so as I said, I put it all onto my personal calendar, because for me, a digital planner is a lot easier than a physical planner. Hear me out. I know people are tactile learners, and so they need to like physically write things down. But like today, it was raining outside, and if I needed to know like, well, what time is my class and when can I get there? And I put out my planner had the potential to get wet, or I could have dropped something, like too much for me personally. But if I have it on my Google Calendar, I just pull my phone out, quickly look, okay, class is in this room, this time, bet. Second class, small group in this room, okay, got it. And it also allows me to put anything else personal on my calendar as well. So before this school year, I think last school year, everything was in red for our first year, and now it's in yellow. So some of my colors kind of conflict with each other. But in yellow on Sundays from 8 to 12, I have it blocked out for church. I probably watch basically 2 church services on Sundays, or sometimes 3. But I'm like, between those 4 hours, I'm going to be watching church, but I also have a quiz due by Sunday at noon, and I really plan on getting it done on Fridays. Have not done that at all this block. I've mainly been submitting my quizzes on Sundays, but it's okay. But the point is that you want to have all these to-do lists, all these tasks in one central location so that you can look at it and see what actually needs to get done. And outside from my regular Google Calendar, then I'm gonna make a to-do list on a piece of paper or on my whiteboard more than likely. I'm just gonna write up there, okay, so we got 5 lectures today. I'm probably really only gonna get to 4, but I do wanna make sure I get through 5 to 10 practice questions. And I need to hit Anki for at least an hour. So some days I do start the day with Anki, but recently it's looking like I've been ending the day with Anki. It's just all really depending on what I'm learning, how it needs to be inputted into my brain, how I need to like go over the content repeatedly. The name of the game, y'all, is to be flexible, because like what I'm saying today is probably different than what I'm gonna say like next week or like next month, because it's all upon the demand of what like my life is. So like today, I had an opening in my schedule from 4 to 6 before I had to tutor at 6 p.m. And my faculty mentor wanted to meet to go over some research work. So I had to scratch what I had put on my calendar, and also had an SMA meeting earlier, and then add her in at 5 o'clock, and then I tutored at 6 o'clock, and I was like, I'm hungry, but I can't eat until 7. Like, since I am flexible with my schedule, some people like to say that I'm type A. I did a test in my psych class in grad school, and it said I was type B, believe it or not. But I am kind of a rigid person. I don't like when curveballs are thrown into my schedule, but that's when it's really important to be realistic. It's unrealistic to think that I'm going to get through every single thing on my to-do list every single time, because if that's the case, and being in medical school, I have more than like 1,500 Anki cards a day. There's no way I'm getting through 1,500 flashcards in one day, in addition to 4 or 5 lectures, in addition to meetings that just pop up out of nowhere, a mandatory class, having to travel to campus, coming back home, traveling again, and I have to eat 3 times a day. Like, what are you saying? So that's why it's important for me to have like little pockets in my day. I do try to be done studying every day by 6 o'clock. And sometimes like now I have to get some research work done. So I try to schedule that in the evening, sometimes from like 7 to 8 or 7 to 9. I originally started second year thinking that I was only gonna do research 1 hour a day. That was quickly proven to be a lie, because it's taking more than 60 minutes to get some work done. But that's okay, because I'm trying to remain flexible and knowing that there's an end goal for this. There's something in sight for me to know that what I'm doing right now, it won't be in vain. And I'm also learning, and it's kind of cool to learn something new and not just the basic sciences, because the basic sciences can be boring at times. But all in all, just know that as a student, organization does not look any different as someone who has a full-time job. That's why I showed you the part of me organizing my room, because I don't do anything in that room but lay my head down to go to sleep and rise my head up in the morning. But if my room is looking a mess, if it's in chaos or disarray, then sometimes I feel a little uneasy when I'm going to bed, and I'm just like, okay, what's going on? My sleep might be upset, or it might be disrupted. You know, it just puts my mind in a frenzy. So that's why I want to show you that most days when I am doing what I'm supposed to do, I make that bed up, because I definitely got that award when I was a kid as the one who kept their room the cleanest and made their bed up daily. So I want to continue to make my mother proud and do that now as an adult. Also, while thinking of a topic for this week's video, or thinking of the topics for all of October's videos, it showed me that I'd fallen out of organization. So what better way than to profess how to be organized? Because it's almost like when you say something out loud, now you're more likely to do it versus just keeping it in my brain. It's like, yeah, I'm gonna do that. So you do see some open spots on my calendar, and I'm trying to get more organized even with like creating content, because last year I had recording days, editing days, and this year I am really like behind. I am off task. I'm off kilter. Like, I am wobbling out of place. But this video really showed me that it is important, it is essential, it is a must to get my life together. because I have to control the things that I can control, and that will be recording on Sundays and editing on Sundays. If I'm not studying on Sundays, no way, outside of like doing a little few Anki questions for maybe an hour and then taking my quiz, why can't I do these other things instead of just sitting around all day doing nothing? I sit around, I listen to podcasts, I watch TV, or I'm talking on the phone when I could be productive. Because people have asked me, how do you get these things done? And it was typically like, oh, well, I plan out this content, so it's not like I'm doing it every day. Okay, girl, but you planned out what you're gonna talk about for the month. You need to actually record ahead of time so you're not stressed out. So the point of being organized is to diminish that stress. We wanna decrease that cortisol from the HPA axis, okay, because I'm preparing for this test, so it's all up in my brain, neuro, and we want to just make the best of our free time so that it's really free and it's not getting filled up with chunks of things that could have been done at a better time, okay? So I'm hoping that some of my organization skills are maybe it's something that you haven't thought of, but if you do like a physical planner, use that physical planner. If you do like Google Calendar, if you never tried it, try Google Calendar, try iCalendar. I love it. You can share your calendar with people, someone that also can keep you up to task if need be, but like just do something that'll make your life easier. That's what this life is about. I'm sorry, I'm trying to live a soft life. I'm not trying to live no hard life. I'm not bragging and boasting about being booked and busy. No, I'm trying to be free and at ease, okay? I want to find peace with everything that I'm doing. If y'all got some really good hacks for organization, please let me know down below. Oh yeah, one more thing. I clean up every weekend. Some weekends I don't clean up. This video showed me that I need to put that on my calendar, because I'm telling y'all, if it ain't on my calendar, it does not exist. As I said on the reel like a while back, if it's not there, where is it? Because it's not here. So yes, please get organized, y'all. I promise you it'll make your life tons and tons easier. Like the video, comment down below, let me know some organization tips, some strategies that you use to stay on task, and I will see you next week. Bye.